It's just like I get this fragrance from Midwest Fragrance. So weird. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. My name is Tammy and I own Walnut Creek Bath Boutique and I offer a Soap of the Month subscription club. So this is my second month of having this subscription going and I am very excited about this month's soap. This soap is apple cider and oak. So I get this fragrance from the Midwest Fragrance Company and I had this last year in wax melts and I ended up making just like 9 bars just for fun. I ended up loving this soap so much and so did my customers. I'm very excited about this soap, so I hope you stay tuned to watch how I made October 23's subscription box soap. So stay tuned. So I have my kaolin clay and my oils here, so I'm going to mix that in really quickly. That's just been sitting there for a few minutes. So this fragrance oil that I'm using, apple cider and oak, does discolor to a, I would say a dark cream the one time I made it. Nothing too crazy, but it will affect all of my colors. And also, the one time I made it, I had glycerin rivers, like significant glycerin rivers. I used the heat transfer method that time. I don't think that causes glycerin rivers, but I'm not using the heat transfer method this time. We're just going to see. Lye water is going to go in. I do have my sugar and my citric acid and my sodium lactate in my lye water. And that's why it looks a little yellow. It's that lye reaction with the sugar, I think, mostly, is what causes that. I think. I assume. I could be wrong. Now this fragrance oil also behaves very well as far as no acceleration. There's nothing I have to worry about. There's no separation. So I am good to kind of get this to at least an emulsion. So the bigger batches you have, the more stick blending you need to do. And this is a pretty large batch for me. Oh, you know what? Let me just put my goat milk in here. I got that a little bit warmed. It comes from my freezer, but it was still a little colder than my batch here. And I'm also going to get my fragrance oil blended in. Oh my heavens, this smells so good. It just smells delightful. I'm very happy with this fragrance. Where am I at here with all of that I added? It probably dropped. No, it's at 102, so it's a nice temperature still. A little warmer actually than I normally want to soap with anymore. Gosh, guys, when I first started, I would soap at like 120, 110. Times do change. Because this does feel like it's thickening up a little bit. This pot is very difficult to pour from. So let's see, I've got my brown and I have a gray. And I don't think I'm going to have any white or any kind of base color like that. It's going to be my Merlot mica, which I accidentally put in this jug. And this is thickening up more than the first time I made it. Alright guys, let me get my other goat milk out of the way. Because this is a little thicker than I was expecting, I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to go ahead and pre-mix my Merlot mica in some oil so that I can stir it in instead of stick blending it in. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. Look at that! That is thick. So, you know what? I think it's keeping it in the hot pot here. It does it to me. I'm pretty sure that's why it's happening. So I need to rethink how I'm doing these bigger batches. I'm still going to try to get all of this out though, regardless if I'm in a hurry. Might be kind of cool to leave it all not blended in very well. What do you think? I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and pour it, and I'm going to leave some of this white in here. That may be kind of cool. So, guys, 3 molds. While it's pretty messy here, put a hanger through it, and since it's pretty thick, I am going to use my gear tie hanger, which is actually what I usually use. I'm just going to go up and down, and then I'm going to go side to side. It is very thick in there. And then I'm going to clean this off and see where I'm at with my level. That one is pretty well full. This one is nice and full. I'm not going to put a hanger through there, but I am going to just do a couple little swirls like that. And then I'm going to pretty much top this one off. What a mess. All right, so very thick actually. Let me bring it in. So I'm just going to take a bit of a spoon texture vibe to this one. It's kind of muddied on top. I'm just going to be okay with that. I don't want super high peaks. And I'm going to go ahead and do that over here, just so my samples look similar. And then this one's going to be kind of a mess. I need to kind of smooth this out a little bit and make it level. There's some pretty high peaks and some pretty low valleys in this soap. So it will be a little muddied on top. I'm just not good at this one. There's something about this technique where you want to put the valley like that a little bit. Look how muddy that looks. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just going to swirl it. All right, let me clean off the edges a little bit better. All right, guys. October Soap of the Month Club has been made. Yeah. You know what? I think I need to make it look the same. Okay. Good enough. I'm going to get some wrap over here so this is covered. I'm going to put it on a heating pad with a lot of blankets over it for about 90 minutes and just leave it there until maybe tomorrow night and we'll cut them up. All right, let's open up this soap. I'm pretty excited about it. You know, I thought I was really muddying up the colors, and they are to an extent a bit muddy, but it's also kind of this nice muted color that I'm quite enjoying. So let's get it out of the mold and see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, I love this scent. It's just wafting up and I love it so much. Ooh. That looks pretty on the bottom. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and get this one out. And these are for the samples. And this is more for people to just be able to smell the soap. So these are going to be really small samples, like much smaller than my normal soap samples that I would give out. I'm going to try to get at least 30 out of this. Oh, this is going to be fun. You can see where I purposely didn't blend that in all the way, just to give that a little more variation. I think this is not quite going to give me 10 bars. It's just shy. This mold is supposed to be 10 inches. It's just not. So I can never get 10 bars out of a loaf. Look how pretty that is. I love that. Oh, look at that. It's like a little feather in there. I really like it, guys. I really am happy I ended up not stirring that color in completely. I just think it gives it a little something that's unexpected maybe. I've never done that before where I, purposely did not stir in a color. So I'm kind of excited about that. That's neat. Look at that one. The end ones are neat. There we go. Oh, look, it looks like a shark. If I go upside down, look at that. Does that look like a shark? Love it. Less of the feather in this last log, and just more swirly, less feathery. Whew, I'm sweating, guys. It's hot in here. What is it? It's 69. It's really pretty hot in here. Oops. This one, I think I might be able to get 10. This little single loaf. Let me see. I can get 10. If I'm really careful, I can get 10 out of this one. It's just that triple loaf I can't. All right. So that is 37 bars. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what is going to be comfortable for me to get through. What can I do every month? And to the point where I'm making all of the work that I have going into this kind of worth it. I think I could go up to 40 pretty easily. I'm going to bring this one back. And again, this is for my sample box. So this is my October soap. And in my September box, I have to put this in. So I almost forgot to do this. And it's a little late for me to get this made. But it's just, and if I have to, I will cut this in half. And when you get soap this thin, it does tend to curl on you if you don't, you know, I'll probably flip this and leave it flat so that it doesn't have that curl to it as it hardens. I'm not sure how that worked, but I got exactly 30. I am very happy that I have 30 because I have 30 bars and that worked out perfectly. So, guys, I made so many bars. I don't really know what I was thinking. I think this has been a while, right? So it's been a number of weeks, maybe even over a month ago since I made this. Actually, I think it's been closer to 6 weeks ago at this point. But I think what was in my mind that I wanted to make so many bars was the amount of time and work I put into getting this off the ground. I really felt like I was shooting myself in the foot a little bit by limiting how many bars I had available. I really wanted to sky's the limit type of thing. I don't have that many subscribers by a long shot. So I have all of these bars now that I am in love with. Check that out. I love it. And I really like that I kept some of that soap uncolored, kind of like mixed in, not super well. I really like that. It gives it a little something extra. I have so many of these. Holy cow. I don't know. I mean, I know what I was thinking, but good night. What was I thinking? Heavens. I really like the soap, guys. I hope you liked it. The top, I'm not super proud of myself. I think the top is very muddy. It's not very pretty. But it's not like it's ugly. It's just not my favorite. And I don't like it. Other than that, I think the swirls are really neat in the soaps. I think they're just a really neat swirl. I like the color that I chose. I think it's pretty appropriate to the scent. Man, I like this scent so much. It's just, I just never would have thought that I would have liked an apple scented soap. And it's not super apple. I mean, you can tell that it's apple, but that oak or whatever, the cider or whatever is in here as well with the apple, it just plays so well together. I really like this scent. My little extra for the month is a room spray with the scent in it. And I love the room spray. It's a little room spray sample. So everybody should have gotten their boxes that are getting a box. So this is not, you know, hurting a surprise or anything. So yeah, there we go. Lesson learned. Made too many. Gosh. I hope you liked the video though. If you're interested in the soap club, I have a lot to offer. So it's linked in the description. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate the time that you gave me today. Comment below. I love to read your comments. Give me a like if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. That's all right. I can handle it. I got broad shoulders. And then hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.